Scottsbluff,
Nebraska. Which this has never happened to us before. This is a new one for Pails. We're here because we've run into things where like a brewery's closed on a certain day or whatever. We got pretty good at checking that out first, but we booked a lot of things like back in April, and it turns out the brewery we were going to go to in
Hot Springs, South Dakota
closed permanently at the end of May.
So 2 days ago we rebooked everything and found just a Marriott in Scottsbluff, Nebraska.
Man.
And it was like one of the few, I mean, you could go to Fort Collins and find a million breweries, but we wanted to, you know, remember we like to get out there. So to go from Denver to Spearfish, South Dakota, where we're going tomorrow, this and one other brewery were kind of it, but this cute little town and this flyover brewery was like great.
This is a big town brewery in a tiny little town. I mean, they're legit.
I think that I read on their website that the owner used to brew for Gordon Biersch. I hope that's right. I will fact check that and put it on the.
I think that sounds right.
I'll put it here if that's wrong. But what he's interested in is Belgians and really strange IPAs. And there were some weird IPAs. There's a Brute IPA that I could not.
I can't identify what that flavor. There was like
it was like
almost like a peatiness or a mustiness or something in it. I don't know.
That might be a way, like in your first part of your palate, but then it finished pretty clean. They had a really good peach and some decent Belgians. Their pale ale was solid. They had a Nebraska.
The pale ale was really good.
A
little bitter at the finish, but it was, and they called it kind of a hazy, although it didn't look very hazy. It didn't taste very hazy, but except for the tropical part of it, without having like the weediness or any of that kind of, you know. I thought it was really good.
Really good food. I have to say so if you could take Sierra Nevada's actual pub cheese with their pretzels, that was good.
Pretzels.
And some bacon wrapped dates and some salads, and that was really good. Great service.
Did a little eating with our drinking.
It was good. We bought a t-shirt.
Bringing some back home too.
Yeah. This one, going out
to Gary Barney.
Hey, Gary Barney.
Gary, we are at Flyover Brewing in Scottsbluff, Nebraska. And since it's Flyover and you live in Ohio, it just seemed appropriate. I don't know why. No reason. Gary, great friend since junior high, juggling partner, fellow Rush fan, and he knows how to sponsor a beer. You just go to pailscomparison.com and just click. And this time, when you sponsor a beer, that money's actually going to go to help $5 for summer camp students.
Yep.
But also, thanks for this NE Nebraska Pale Ale. It's really tasty. Thanks.
Thank you.
Just left Scottsbluff, Nebraska on our way to Spearfish, South Dakota. We did not go to the monument there, the Scottsbluff Monument.
You know why?
Well, we had some recommendations from our person who checked us in, which was just to make sure you bring a stick, because
there are so many rattlesnakes. And they're all in the holes as you walk up to the monument.
We're not going.
And then this morning we ran into her and she told us that someone got bit by a rattlesnake.
For a sentence. Not going. So, we're heading off to Spearfish.
We choose the danger, but not the actual peril.
I think we're going through Rapid City or something.
Yeah, we
got
might stop.
some breweries there. So.
And this drive is already a little surreal. And you can't, I don't know what is making it so it looks like you can't see anything beyond the hill you're on. It's just like there's an ocean around you, but it's not.
The nature of Nebraska is a sphere 3,000 feet in any direction from you, and that's it.
Like now it goes. That's it. We're dropping off after that.
I think we hit the edge of the map. Okay, so we found Lost Cabin Brewing in Rapid City, South Dakota. We're gonna make a quick stop.
Back saboteurs when they let down the
Alright, so we just came out of Lost Cabin, and the reason I'm filming right here is because this truck back here is definitely in my
goals. Yeah.
Next camping goals.
But that was one of those god dang magical stops. It's like a little Darby, Montana, a little Laughing Sun. This is the place to go.
Yeah.
We just had one of the best pale ales I've had on this trip.
It's actually going to the top of my list.
Yeah.
It beats all the other ones.
It was clean and floral with nothing bitter.
Yep.
It was so good, and their IPA was good, their stout was good.
Their rye was good.
Yeah. So we bringing some home to Yale in California.
Yep. They're organizing. So look, ta-da! Here we are, home sweet home, Spearfish, South Dakota.
Okay, so Jeff, how'd you make this a RAV4?
Yeah, well, you take your normal RAV4, see, and then you just start building. So what I did is put a platform in and made this drawer. It's all out of plywood. It's so nice and smooth though, right? So we got all of our camping stuff here all organized into little bits. Got stuff way back in there. And it still gives us room, ice chest, all the camping stuff. And then around the side, raise the platform a little bit to make room underneath where bags and the records and stuff go are the cold boxes for holding the beer to bring back to you guys and keeping it cold.
Good morning from Spearfish, South Dakota. Looking lovely. We've just camped.
We're taking a little walk.
Yeah, out here with the bugs. Actually, not bad. They just are making noises. So we went to Crow Peak yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, it's right across the parking lot. Past a little Mexican restaurant.
Yep, had some Mexican food. Went to Crow Peak.
Patio.
It is a cool patio. I was
Beers
not
are
a
okay.
fan of their beers this time.
Yeah, the stuff they had on tap this time was hit and miss.
Yeah, they were out of their pale ale, and so I had their 11th hour IPA, but it was so bitter I couldn't drink it. Jeff drank it.
I thought it was alright.
And then I had their spear beer, which was okay. They just all were a little bit bitter.
That was a little off. That pale was not my favorite.
Yeah. So we loved it last year, but I think it was because the thunderstorm rolled in and it was all epic.
Well,
and the spot's
really
great.
Cool.
But yeah, today we're so excited. We're heading back to Laughing Sun, which is one of our favorite breweries in Bismarck. So.
Yep. How's your beer?
Delicious.
Yeah, so remember kids, when you set up your tent under that really cool shady tree, you gotta remember that it's still there after it gets dark.
It's sponsored beer today.
God, I was hoping you were gonna say that.
It's one of Jeff's favorite kinds. And the coolest thing is this sponsored beer is from my cousin, Monica. Yeah, I have a few cousins. I mean, I have 4 cousins.
Yeah, well, one of them is cool enough to buy you a beer.
Monica Brown is the coolest ever. So Monica's a now former kindergarten teacher at Hook Oak Elementary, where I went to school, and now she's in charge of library services.
Wait, there's
for
a
the
school you
whole
went
district.
to that's still standing? They haven't condemned that or anything?
Monica's amazing. She and Amy started Color Classroom to support teachers in the campfire. And Monica, this is really nice of you because you know that this is really going to books for my students. And I know you dig that because she's a librarian and she's a published author, by the way, children's book author. So Monica, I'm drinking this I Heart North Dakota Golden Ale, and we're back in Bismarck at Laughing Sun, which was one of our favorite stops in 2015.
Yeah. And this place is now, it's huge. It was tiny when we were there.
It's a new
downtown
location.
Now they've got a big giant location.
Yep, and
Much bigger system.
Jeff's drinking a Sackfly Rye.
Thank you, Monica, for that.
Thanks.
And if you guys want to sponsor your beers, go to tailsandcomparison.com and just
click on that $5 button and release books for my students. So we'll drink beer in your honor. Cheers.
So we're at Laughing Sun.
Back to the scene of our favorite 2015 brewery.
We really dug this place on that trip, so we've been looking forward to this.
Yep. And so it used to be a downtown location that was super tiny with a little pizza place next door that wasn't theirs, but you could bring pizza in. And now they're full service kitchen brewery. huge. They're kind of big patio, big inside space.
If you watch that video from our first trip, it was really cool because we got to talk to Mike the brewer. We hung out in the tanks and did all this, but audio, it was so loud in there that the audio was really hard to even get through.
Yeah, so now we're trying to do better with that. Beer's still really solid. I had a great golden ale called I Heart Indy, I Heart North Dakota.
Yep.
You had a good rye.
Yep. Yeah, it was really malty rye. It was good. Yeah, I think the hops, it was Centennial and Cascade, just like pale ale. So I think that's why
you like it.
Seemed
Their IPA was a little piney for us.
It's kind of a fine ball.
And then, but I had a good stout in there, this maple bourbon stout that was really good. We tried their Dippa, and it was also really solid.
It was really good.
Really good beers. Not quite the same. They got big.
They're big, you know.
Yeah, it happens.
A really cool spot. These guys are doing great, and I couldn't be happier for them.
Yeah, great weather, good spot, good job.
Yeah, there you go. So we're gonna go try the next place, which is Stonehome. I don't know. They got good Untapped.
Yeah,
check them out.
See.
Yep, that's as weird as it looked in the pictures.
That was just go to
That was weird. Yeah.